hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for clicking. In today's video, we're going to talk about travel plans for Christmas and just basic things that you need to put into consideration when you're planning for Christmas. And the first item is the budget. Of course, you need money to travel to whatever destination that you would want to go, and you need to cater for your expenses. So comment down below if you have already prepared your budget for Christmas. Personally, I do my budget at the beginning of the year because I don't want headache towards the Christmas period or utilizing all my income for the month in December, and then I'm left struggling in January. Sometimes we still do, I don't know what happens, but as much as you try to plan, the headache becomes less. Okay, so comment down below as to your Christmas plans if you're traveling, and if you would like ideas of destinations, please check out our travel videos. So the next thing is you need to identify your destination, and most especially you need to put into cognizance as to whether most people travel to that destination during the Christmas period, because one, it will be crowded, and two, it will be more expensive. Basically, or in normal circumstances, Christmas expenses are higher than normal expenses. I don't know why, by the way. Does it mean that production cost goes up such that you need to raise the prices, or it's because of the high demand and low supply of items? I think so. I think so. Yeah, and you need to book your destination early in advance. You need to book your accommodation and your travel early enough. If you have watched our previous videos, we said especially if you're flying, you need to book way in advance to save on the cost. And like for instance, in our Kenyan case, well, if you're going to a place like Mombasa and you need to use the SGR, you need to book in advance, otherwise you'll find it full. I don't know, there was a rumor that the price has gone up during this Christmas period. Comment down below if you have booked and the cost is higher than normal. The normal rates are usually 1,000 Kenya shillings for the economy class, and first class is 3,000 Kenya shillings. Yeah, then you need to plan your itinerary. You need to know what you'll be doing during your travel. Otherwise, you don't want to just go and idle around and you have spent the money to get there, one, and maybe it's a place you have never been. You just find yourself lazy. That has ever happened to me. I traveled, and then that time I guess I was too tired, so my body decided to give itself a rest. I hardly could do much. So basically I kind of felt like I wasted myself or something, but it's normal, the body can resist. Remember, if you have a normal 8 to 5 employment, you need to plan your to take your leave days in good time, so that you can plan with your team members. Otherwise, if all of you plan to be away during the Christmas period, then it means the office will be closed, and I mean, you need business to continue despite the holidays. Yeah, if you will be driving, you need to ensure that the car is well serviced, and whatever issues that were there, you can get them fixed. If you need a car hire, you need to make arrangements. And of course, if you're using any other means of transport, you have booked well in advance. The next thing is to plan your outfits. Remember, you're not in your normal environment, so you need to know the weather of your destination so that you can be able to plan what to wear. If you're going to a cold place, then you need to carry warm clothes. If you're going to a hot environment, you need to ensure that you align with the outfits that you will not be heating up plus the heat in the environment, to an extent that you're not even enjoying your holiday because you're not appropriately dressed for the weather. And of course, if you're going to a place where there is a swimming pool or there is somewhere you can swim, you need to carry your swimwear. You also need to put into consideration the shoes that you wear, because you can't wear boots in a hot environment, and you might need boots in a cold environment. And again, also when it's raining, you need to remember to get an umbrella. Okay. When you're window shopping or when you're checking around for destinations, you need to check whether the places have offers. For instance, you might find cheaper flights or cheaper transport when you're booking in advance, and maybe they even have offers of cashback or 10% discount and all that. When it comes to accommodation, lately I've seen the trend of you book 3 nights and you get 1 night free. Yeah, so that is also a plus that you can enjoy. Maybe if you are planning to do two nights and then you still have 3 days, you can consider increasing to the 1 day and treat yourself. Remember, we said as much as you're saving for your future, you need to live today. And part of the living is if you wish or you want to go for a holiday and treat yourself. Okay, then you need to shop for your essentials, both the ones that you need to carry like snacks and also for your house. Remember, we would propose or suggest that if it was possible for your January expenses, you shop for them before Christmas so that you don't run out of cash. As much as you have a budget, honestly, it's very possible to cheat. It's time to spoil yourself. So you might decide to say, you know what, let's do this extra activity that we had, because you still feel like you have money. But if you have limited, if you have already paid for your expenses and you have planned for January, which has always been a nightmare for most people, then it means you can enjoy in peace. And even if you spend that extra money, you will still be knowing that your next month or your major expenses are okay. What I realized is that if you're not traveling for long hours, then you might not need the snacks unless you have small kids. Like, if your travel time is about 2 hours, if you have a meal before you leave, then you can have your next meal at your destination. Yeah, it's easier. Yeah, so also if you need to do some beauty whatever, you book in advance, you do your hair in good time, you do your nails, your other everything that you do before Christmas for good grooming, you do it before, well, in good time, to avoid the congestion that happens with the last minute booking when you find all of you queuing for the same service and it is only one person to offer the service. Then you need to decide your Christmas Eve plans, because they might tamper with your actual Christmas plans. Imagine you go out, you maybe overdo an activity, and then the next morning you're not able to wake up, or you go up, you eat I don't know what, and then you have food poisoning on Christmas Day, or you do so many things can happen. In fact, don't be surprised at whatever activities that can happen when you least expect. And also around that period is when there are so many thugs looking out for people who they can get away with, and it is important to take care of yourself and your family. So the next thing we have said is plan for your new year, plan for your kids, and of course, just be sure that when it comes to January, you'll not have headache just because you overspent in Christmas. Of course, you can have headache if you don't have the finances, but don't overdo to suffer the next month. Okay, the next thing is during your travel, you need to plan for the kids' activities. Remember, as a grown-up, maybe you may have many more activities that you want to enjoy during your travel, but the kids want to maybe enjoy a swimming pool if the destination allows. So you may need to ensure you check a swimming pool, whatever kids activities, whatever sites that you can visit, and of course you check whichever sites that can even be free. If you watch our video, you know some of the highlights, some of the activities we have highlighted that you can do for free. Okay, and then you need to do maybe plan for your DIYs. If you're giving gifts and cards, you can come up with your own creative way of coming up with gifts rather than shopping all the time, or maybe if the budget does not allow for shopping. So of course the last item we'll talk about is that build your savings over time so that you get to enjoy your Christmas in peace. It could be maybe you take a week off, it could be the only holiday you do maybe in the year, or it could be the only family get together you do in the year. So plan it well and enjoy with your family or at your destination at without straining so much. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. If you're a returning subscriber and viewer, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. Remember, in this channel we talk about finance, personal development, travel, and we do charity. If this is your kind of content, stick to the family. Thank you. And we also look forward to your feedback on the kind of videos you want us to share on this channel. See you on our next one. Bye.